Hey, what's going on guys? Sinister Skater here, and welcome to the very first episode of First Try Fridays for the Black Ops 3 season. This is going to be a weekly series where you guys leave a Black Ops 3 class down below in the comments. This could, be any gun, any perk, any attachment. You can add camos, you can add challenges, score streaks, specialists, whatever. You leave that whole class setup, customization down below in the comments. I randomly go in and pick one of the classes and use it in my very first game of Black Ops 3 for the day, and then I upload and commentate to the gameplay. No matter if it's good gameplay, bad gameplay, it's the first gameplay of the day. You guys get to see some real gameplay, and it's a pretty fun series to do. So for the very first episode of Black Ops 3, the class was suggested by Saeed Ashar, who wanted me to use the VMP with the rapid fire, grip, and reflex attachments with the crosshair customization for the reflex. I got that, as well as the FMJ attachment, the LCAR 9 secondary, and then only the tracker perk for my perks. And then for my specialist, he wanted me to use the scythe. We got the transgression camo on the VMP, we got the Dark Matter on the LCAR, and Hero on the Scythe, and overall we win 35 and 13 with 19 confirms, playing kill confirmed on Stronghold. So it's a pretty decent gameplay for a first game of the day. Usually we're going like even or, slightly above, something like that. So this is pretty good gameplay for the first ever episode. But before we get into this week's topic, be sure to comment a class down below for next week's First Try Fridays. If your class didn't get picked for this week, comment a new one, or simply just copy and paste your comment from last week's video, because I picked from the latest First Try Friday videos. And I mentioned this in the announcement. I'll probably do 2 or 3 more episodes before I decide if I'm going to do it or not. But I have a companion streaming series called, I think, like Mega Class Mondays or something like that in the works right now, where pretty much I'm going to use all the leftover classes that didn't get used in the week's First Try Fridays episode. So if your class didn't get picked, it'll likely be picked in the stream. But again, I'm still debating if I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a couple more episodes to see how First Try Fridays is doing, and then I'll decide. So be sure to leave all your classes down below in the comments. So for this week, I actually want to talk about the VMP. I actually have a sick 90 plus gameplay that I have for next week that I was going to talk about the VMP in a certain way. But I thought, why not just do it in this First Try Fridays episode, since I'm using it. Now, if you guys have been following my best to worst series for the submachine guns, I put the VMP at the worst position. Some agreed with me. Some people thought I was crazy for saying that it was the worst SMG out of there. And my thoughts have changed on the VMP. At the time, during that best to worst series, I was absolutely in love with the Vesper, and I still kind of am today. So one reason for putting it at the worst position was that VMP was like a wannabe Vesper, so why am I going to use it? I just use the Vesper, so the VMP's trash, which is, that logic actually is kind of not valid if I'm going from best to worst and actually ranking it things. I don't know. My opinions on the VMP now are that it's actually pretty solid. And like many guns in the series, some of them have been buffed, some of them have been nerfed, and opinions have changed over time just by using it in general. But, guns have been going up and down and just getting better and worse and things like that. Like HVK in the Best to Worst series, I didn't like, but now I love it. And I think the ICR sucks, and just, like, the CUDA's gotten way better. It's probably like number 2 on my list. I'm just saying that off the top of my head, but things have gotten better and worse, and the VMP, it's been a pretty solid gun from the start, but it's like over time it's just gotten better for me. I pretty much said all this in the best to worst video, but the VMP, the one thing that was throwing me off in the beginning was the recoil, bounce around on it just felt weird, but I hated it absolutely at first. Then I kind of got used to it. I'm like, all right, this is okay. It's pretty good. But now I've really mastered the bounce with it, and it doesn't bother me as much anymore. You got 40 in the clip, so it doesn't run out of ammo like the Vesper really quick. And it can be used at a pretty medium range, where like the Vesper can be used at medium range, but it runs out of bullets quick, so you got to be pretty accurate with all of your shots. So somewhere in between like a Vesper and a CUDA, it's pretty solid if you just want to not have that really up close gameplay with the Vesper and completely just shooting people down and mowing them down in really close quarter situations. So it's pretty solid if you don't want to be playing that gameplay style, which is why I think people like the VMP more than the Vesper, or don't prefer the Vesper, because the bullets run by really quick and has a lot of recoil, and you have to kind of know how to use it, which I guess you kind of have to know how to use the VMP too. I don't know, I'm kind of rambling right now, but VMP is pretty solid. That's what I pretty much wanted to say in this video. Just kind of give it some redemption off the best to worst series, because I did say it was worse, and people were like, man, you're crazy. Pharaoh sucks, Weevil sucks, you're putting the VMP below them. So VMP, it's a pretty solid gun. I will say, it didn't deserve the worst position in the best to worst, so it's a pretty solid gun. Let's just leave it at that. I will say one thing that I was kind of worried about when I first saw this map loadout was playing Stronghold with the VMP, because Stronghold's kind of a more open map unless you just stay around the house the whole time, which is what I kind of tried to do in this gameplay. But the VMP, Vesper would have done horrible on this, but like VMP really isn't suited for the Stronghold map. It's more of a assault rifle map, more of a, if you were going to use an SMG, more Pharaoh, Razorback, Kuda, those type of weapons, because they don't have that much recoil and you can use them at a range, where VMP, Vesper, you're not going to be doing too well. But I did manage to do pretty well playing Kill Confirm on Stronghold, because, you know, Stronghold is also one of my favorite maps in Black Ops 3. I don't know, I have 11 maps and Evac's gone, or not Evac, but Exodus is gone, so you have like 10 right now, so there's not that many maps. So, you know, Stronghold I can think is one of my favorites off the top of my head. I like Evac. You know, I don't know. Stronghold's one that I'm always going to vote for because I love that map for some reason. And actually, that's sparked my memory. I should do a best to worst with the maps right now because there aren't that many. I was thinking like, oh, there's 16 maps. There's going to be a lot of maps ranked, but I should do that for the... Let me know if you guys have been watching the Best for Worst series and you'd like to see the maps ranked down below in the comments. And also, comment your favorite map down below if you have a favorite map as well as your class. Because, you know, I like Stronghold. The VMP is pretty solid. It was made for a pretty good video. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But with that, thanks for watching, guys. That was the first episode of First Try Fridays. Again, leave a class down below in the comments for next week's episode. And if your class didn't get picked for this week, if you want to just copy and paste that class from last week, you're fine to do that. That's pretty much what I would do. But thanks for watching. I'm Sinister Skater. Be sure to like the video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, and subscribe for future Black Ops 3 content and more First Try Fridays. And I'll see you guys next week for maybe a live First Try Friday. I'm not sure if I'm going to do live second or third video, so we'll see about that. But thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.